Okay, guys, Darksmiter here, and still with No Man's Sky. I know last time I rambled on about how I still enjoy this game, and I know that a lot of the people were like, blah, 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 blah. You know, they didn't. Is that where I am? That's where I am, right? That they weren't having fun with it, and that I think that's a totally fine thing, and there's a lot of controversy about it, and I kind of, come on, give me my thing. I don't know where to weigh in on some aspects of it. It's not, yeah, I don't know. I guess the overall review of the game is that it's not for everyone. It's, also probably, let's go here. Fuck, I have to hold and click it. Oh yeah, that's a thing that I wanted to talk about once we get into the space around this place. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think that this game may have suffered from the fact that Steam, mostly Steam, is just flooded. Just a huge fucking flood, shit show, disaster of a thing with the fucking survival crafting games. There's like a fucking billion of them. It's the goddamn worst. And a lot of them are fucking shit. There are some that are pretty cool. And like, but they all kind of suffer from the same things, where it's just you kind of babysitting your character, looking at your meters about whatever, and just fucking running with it, which is not necessarily a fun time in a video game. You kind of want to just play a game and escape those things. We're gonna, whoa, okay. That was aggressive. I guess also spoilers if you didn't want to know about things that happen as the game progresses. I'm just playing this to talk about things. But while we're landing, before I do the stuff, here's the thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh, it just kicks you out. I don't remember that. Oh, it just kicks you out and you learn things. Okay. Is that anything different? Anyway. Oh, weird noises. I wonder if you can, like, get to other places in here. Anyway, if you look at this menu, and you look at the icons around things, especially, this is a thing that actually people haven't pointed out, but I was thinking about, because I kind of remember it being that way. Does this remind you of anything? And say, like... Well, actually, you don't have to do that. I had to click and hold is a thing there. This game's menu system and these things are almost identical to Destiny, which is really weird. I don't know if that means anything or is anything at all. I just, you know, feel like it's worth mentioning. It's strange. I feel like maybe they were built on the same engine, I guess would be what it is. It's just weird to me that this game is has a very similar menu system to Destiny. Which is another game that I played and kind of enjoyed a little bit, but it also had its huge fucking flaws. And if you really got into it, that's fine, but to me, personally, there was a lot fucking better options out there. I have not found, like, any deposits of Chrysanite really anywhere. I think I picked it up from a fucking flower at some point. I wish I could find it so I could build some upgrades. I wish that I could also learn the right upgrades. Oops. This is how the game progresses. is in our path to the center of the universe. Which, whatever. Is it wrong to question this? I've crossed the orbit of countless stars and darkness unmeasured, and yet the Atlas remains changeless, my mission predestined. Each interface and Atlas stone awaits me. I'm driven to gather them, but to what end? Perhaps there's only one great prism materializing ahead of me each time I pass. Perhaps my course winds upon itself in a mad spiral. If I come too far to turn back. Oh. Am I this or not? I will not turn away from the challenge. The Atlas guides me, and I will answer his call. Hey, I just sold a bunch of Atlas stones. I don't know if I should have done that. Oh, wait, this is a more advanced one because it's not giving me... In previous, they gave me hyperdrive fuel. This one is not doing that. I also am unsure and unawares of what changes have been made, like with the patches, because I mentioned that this game has been patched since I touched it, and I don't know what there's been done to it. Abandoned building detected. Where? Cool. To say, I really... Almost every building you can go into in this game has, for fuck's sake, has, doors that you can't get into because they're blocked. I probably don't need 3 stacks of plutonium. But I also don't need whatever that crap is that I was looking at before. What happens if I do this? I'm gonna fly into that ship. Oh, I flew right the fuck past it. They have doors that require an Atlas pass, and I flew around for a long time poking around at shit and learning new crafting recipes. Trying to figure out, like... Whoa, that was abrupt. Trying to get my hands on an Atlas Pass recipe. Oh, okay, whoa, what are you doing, game? Fuck. I want to go to that abandoned building. And I haven't yet, which sucks, because I have to hold it down. I'm very aware that beyond those doors, which to get through you have to use the Atlas Pass, that there's going to be something fucking cool there. Or like... I don't know, just worth more money, or just more just cooler stuff. Better materials, better whatevers. Loot, I guess. But for fuck's sake, I haven't been able to get into one. Oh, that's a weird floaty piece of something. No, we're just gonna go to that abandoned building still. Just wish it didn't take so long to get there. I don't know anything about this planet. It's brand new to me. Yeah, the Atlas, they want me to explore my destiny among the stars. That's neat. But I want to upgrade some shit. I guess it's really... It doesn't matter. So the music's a little more... ominous than it has been in recent times. We discovered a new planet. Harsh winds, low security, sporadic and absent fauna. But like, I don't know, I also haven't discovered any good planets that have good resources. Most of them have been terrible. Again, I was saying that I don't want to frickin' harp on the things that people say that the game is missing. Can I not scan that thing? It looks like a scannable thing. Am I crazy? Oh man, it's gotten worse, actually, since I've done the patch. Which, if it's fair, I guess. They said that it's possible. Fundamentally, though, a lot of these things are the same. Anyway. Oh no. This, like, the first time seeing this looks really cool, but as other people oh, actually, hang on, it's slightly different. Normally it's claws. This time it's all, like, weird, bulbous grossness. It's great. Yeah, whatever. I'm not even going to read that, because it has no bearing on anything. Something left. Will you teach me the Atlas Pass, maybe? That'd be amazing. For fuck's sake. See, I already know these things now, too. That's even worse. I already know so much fucking shit that I can't find things that I don't know anymore. Anyway. Again, what was I saying? I didn't want to harp on stuff that people are saying this game is missing. But, ow, what the fuck? Oh, the thing from the ceiling. Hey, guess what? I can't even shoot it, though. There's nothing in here. This is a waste of time. I don't even remember where I was going with that. Whatever. Oh, I know. That there's talk that planets closer to suns or from other places would provide different resources, but, like, to me, almost every planet I've run into is the exact same thing, which sucks. And, like, a lot of I guess, quote-unquote, weird elements? Hard to discover this, but what about this? Yeah, yeah, the quote-unquote weird things that I guess I will say are just like that. They're just this thing, but I'm gonna take a wild guess. Yeah, that's nothing. They're weird pillars sticking out of the ground. And you just harvest them for something. But I'm gonna also guess that this one isn't anything, which sucks, because I could use some resources. Oh my god, why am I so far away? Like... Yep, that's nothing. That's not a thing. And this is a thaumium, which I don't care about, because you can just blow up every single asteroid in the known universe and get it. And that's neat. That's titanium. But I still am in desperate need of chrysanthemums, which is not what it's called. This thing, chrysonite. Whatever. You know, I want to not necessarily call out, but kind of make fun of one of my friends here. Did you ever have a friend that just says things that are totally made up and dumb and weird? Oh, whoops. That actually spooked me a bit. You know, I was gonna go somewhere with this and I totally forgot where it was. I had an intention. I had a strong intention. But yeah, do you have friends that make things up? Like words and phrases? One of my friends, I think she had a typo when she was sending a main message, and she said that she had a bus in her eye when she was crying. And she's like, it's totally a thing. And I'm like, a bus in your eye, that's not a thing. Nobody says that. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. And then she said something again to me recently that it was just like, you made that up. That's not a thing. but I can't remember what it was, so this whole point is moot. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed this really pointless conversation I just had about nothing. Kind of the whole reason that I made this video, to make fun of her. Oh well. Anyway. This is probably going to be the last No Man's Sky video, unless you guys clamor for more. As I said, I still have fun doing it. Because I personally stopped playing for a while, I've kind of lost track of what I was doing. And I know that I want to get some upgrades and stuff, but I need to find the right materials. The problem is, I just haven't. Like, yeah, hell yeah, I can find a shitload of plutonium. But why haven't I been able... Am I really full already? Wait, well, I need to recharge stuff anyway. Do that. Oh, yeah. I took out... Basically, the way it works is... Ship inventory slot holds 500. Suit inventory holds 250. So... You're smart. You can do the math and realize that's half as much. The problem is now... To me, the best thing to do when you fill up on stuff is sell it. Because then you can make some money. And money's nice, because then you can buy a bigger ship. And you also need money on hand when you find pods. Drop pods is what they're called. You find a drop pod, and you can upgrade your suit inventory. Which is... okay. Kind of a... I don't know. I wish the system was better. You know... to me, fundamentally, it's not a great system. Because it's like... You have to poke around somewhere and then go, ah, here we go. Here's the thing that I've been looking for. Now I can upgrade my suit and have one extra slot. I don't know, I guess a lot of people probably I don't want to say that this game doesn't hold your hand. That's not, because that's not the right thing to say about it. But it doesn't really give you any direction, which I don't think is bad necessarily, but like, I think a lot of other people might have enjoyed it more if it had a more overt sense of direction, if you know what I mean. Like, nothing is... How much titanium do I have on me? Oh, the limit. Oh no, wait. I have two stacks. You know what I mean? Like, even a game that doesn't hold your hand, like, people talk about Dark Souls doesn't really hold your hand. It doesn't tell you where to go. It doesn't tell you things. You can, as an individual, sit down and by yourself, without looking anything up, figure out a direction to go with it. Oh wait, my ship... Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna fill up my ship with this stuff. Right. Dark Souls doesn't tell you where to go, really. The old one kind of does. But they don't really tell you where to go, but they use a lot of game design tricks to tell you where to go. I guess tricks. Tricks isn't the right word either, but like, just... They use good game design to tell you where to go. This is what I'm trying to say. And so it's like, they don't say, hey, you, go to X. They show you, they have a guy that says, you could go to here and here, those are options. And then you kind of have to poke around, but, like, you know, you can... It's a great game for... I can look in the distance and see a place and say I want to go there. And, it's kind of an example of where they're too... Great, but I want to know if I'm full so I can stop shooting. Nope, okay, I'm done. We're gonna get in a ship, though. It's a totally different game, but it's where, especially in comparison to a game like this, where you can see strengths and weaknesses, is that this game, if you want to do the things in this game, you can do them forever, and you're gonna run into relatively new stuff as you progress every time. You're gonna be like, oh, this is a new planet, this is a new planet, this is a new planet. And there's going to be slightly different designs to the way things look on the ground and stuff. And you're like, that's pretty cool. Like, no other planet looks quite like this, is what it's going to be. Granted, are they pretty similar in their own special way? Yes, but every planet you go on will be a fundamentally different experience, is my point here. What are you? What is this blob floating in the air? Copper. I mean, I could collect copper. I'd be okay with that. But, like, you know, Dark Souls, you're kind of gonna... I guess it's not exactly the best example. But, kind of, you're gonna run out of experiences with that. Like, you'll hit a point where you're like, I've experienced everything. And this one, I guess it all depends on how you feel. But the point is that there's a difference. In that game, if I look off into the horizon and see this rad-ass castle out there, I can be like, I'm gonna go to that fucking castle. And the thing about it is that if you've never explored it, you're like, this is a new castle, this is a new thing, I get to explore it and have fun and experience a specific thing that you won't get that experience elsewhere. And because it's actually individually designed and tailored, you're going to say, I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, you're going to be like, whoa, this is fucking cool. I get to do blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, you do. That's pretty rad, isn't it? Yeah, shut up. I gotta hide in the ship for a second so I don't have to recharge that with materials. This is like a heat storm, which is kind of interesting. Anyway. So yeah, Dark Souls is going to give you that kind of experience. And this kind of game will give you the same experiences that I can peek off into the... I can't point my mouse at it because I'm sitting in my ship. No, well, cool. Let's get out. But I can point at that and say, like, oh, look at that spire. I can go check out what that spire is. Same thing if I do that. Okay, there's a question mark over there, and I can point my mouse at it and say, if I were to walk, which I probably wouldn't do, but, like, if I wanted to, I can be like, there's something over there. It's going to be a weird location. It's going to be a specific thing. I could walk my ass over there and go get it. But because it's procedurally generated and it's kind of random, it doesn't have the same kind of impact to a game that's all heavily designed. Because, like, it's designed, you're going to, like, everything will be there with purpose. In a designed game, unless they have some, like, that's the way their game world works, you're not going to have... Fuck. Excuse me. You're not going to have a floating ball of copper in the air. Which I think is kind of neat, but I also know that in the real world, that's probably never going to happen. It'd be a really fucking weird circumstance to get this little fucking copper egg to be floating somewhere in the sky on a planet. I've been charged a planet. I will agree with other people that some of this management of your levels of stuff is kind of annoying. And I will say that a thing about this that I... Oh, because I'm hitting the wrong thing. The problem that I have with this as a survival crafting game is that you can't, like, you can only interact with certain things. So, like, this ball of copper I can interact with. These spikies of titanium, which also, if you've, I want to complain about this game, you've noticed that there's been 3 different color spikies that look exactly the same, but have been 3 different elements. But, like, I can't just say, oh, I want to dig right here. Nothing happens. It's just the ground. You can't do anything like that, which kind of sucks. And where I can compare this game, actually, Space Engineers, which is a game that I showed off a little bit and actually enjoy. I haven't played for a while because I just haven't played for a while. I will say that some of it's kind of annoying. Again, that game has different problems, but because, like, it's not so much about exploration, but you can explore if you want, but it's also, like, it's fun because you get to do the whole thing your way. Do you want to dig through the core of a planet? It's going to be a weird challenge, but you can fucking do it. I dug my way through an entire asteroid once. Do you want to build a base inside a mountain on a moon? Hey, I made a video series about that. The only thing is that you can't do anything like that in this game, which kind of sucks. Because, like, part of space and exploration, I think, it depends on who you are. It's fun to just explore, but if you were playing this for a goal, there's not really much of one, which kind of sucks. And it would be fun if there were some building elements into this game. Because if there were building elements into the game, what you could do is you could say, here's a planet. I found this planet. I'm basically going to claim this planet as my own. So, I want this planet to be known as mine forever and ever. I'm going to put a base. I'm going to build my own buildings right here in the middle of this planet. And have, like, some sort of setup where whenever I want to, I can come flying back down to this planet. Can't really do that in this game, which, again, really sucks. It'd be way more fun to do that. Also, I don't need to increase my standing with the Vikine. I am like their best fucking friend. Although, this is actually a complaint about the game, where if you actually enjoy it and get into some of this stuff, like progression comes in tiers, which we can look at, actually. Like, I can look at my journey milestones. This one, you can't tell, because it's like, what level am I? And then they all have weird names. But again, I don't know what those mean. I can look here nicely and see that everything has got 10 levels, it seems like. But, like, I can't... They're just words that don't mean anything to me. I would love... Like, oh yeah, if I meet 5 more aliens, I'll be the master of meeting aliens. If I go units of measurements or whatever, I'll get more on that. And, like, I've already done Sentinels, because that was super easy. I have to learn a total of 150 words, and I can be there. And, like, at 50 milestones, I'll be the next level. But I don't know what that means. And it's the same thing. The only problem is it doesn't look like... yeah, I'm not going to rename anything because I'm being really lazy. I just want my money. Like, I can't check what my standing to my knowledge unless there's some place that other people... Yeah, this just changes it. Unless there's some place that other people know that they can look. I don't know what my standing with any aliens are. And then, of course, they're like... The levels are weird. They don't have names that match between different aliens, and they don't have names that are like regular. So like I can't even think of the names of these names that I'm talking about, but it was like MIXYZ with an alien. Maybe that could be higher than this thing that I'm looking at, or this thing. It's hard to say. I don't know. It would have been better if there was a more regular system to those things, but otherwise, like I said, I still really enjoy this game. I'd be happy to play it more. It gives me a lot of time to ramble on about bullshit, which is a thing that I personally enjoy doing greatly. But this has been a long video, which is kind of my intention. But a video about No Man's Sky again, nonetheless, and I thank you guys for watching it, and I will see you guys in probably something that's not No Man's Sky next time. Thanks for watching. I still really need to find Chrysanite.